Okay, so we've got to do a part 2 here on Is Michael's Going Out of Business, part 2. This was posted 10 months ago. This person here, Horror Possibles 5709, Michael's is owned by a holding company. And so we've always heard that when these companies divest, that's where they make the most money. That's what this person is talking about. So it's held by a holding company. How that company owns us isn't through a purchase, but it's through a loan. So basically, Apollo loaned us operating money in exchange for holding us. You can also call these companies liquidation firms, as they don't actually want you to repay the loan. In fact, they want the loan to fall into delinquency. Even though Michael's is paying off this loan monthly, if Michael's defaults even once on a monthly payment, it will immediately fall into liquidation, which means that everything down to the floorboards is sold and the doors permanently shut. That's where the money is at. That's what's happening to Joanne Fabrics and Crafts. Apollo is a notorious company. They also closed down Bed Bath and Beyond for the same kind of loan Michael has. Yes, Michael's is going out of business. That's what they said right there. Yes, Michael's is going out of business. Framing is no longer at a competitive price. It hasn't been for a long time. Framing was never competitive. The pictures they had were very expensive. The yarn in the crafting industry is very expensive, entirely too expensive. Michael's parties are back, and at the super popular price of $300 for nothing. Yeah, right. There was a time when there was probably 10 different managers working for each Michael's. Now we can barely keep it with 4. They bought the worst self-checkout system to facilitate only cards because they thought that would cut down on the cashier payroll. I'm really surprised that they haven't done like the other companies in the United States and gone with foreign workers. I'm really surprised about that. Oh, I'm not the only one who's heard this. I know CVS has put in the self-checkouts too to cut back on cashiers. But this here says, I know the whole you have to spend money to make money thing has, but going so hard on getting rid of all your cash registers and replacing them with self-checkouts while in throes of financial struggle seems to be a bad idea. Now, for a decade, I would say, we heard about China is overtaking, China is becoming a problem with the internet. However, that's what they're talking about. They're calling the internet China, the cashier system, because who got the stuff? Walmart, the self-checkouts, retail.